Guys, what's up? It's your boy Chuckles here, back at it again. This time we have something that hasn't even been released yet. Really crazy. We're going to be doing a very special review on the Elite Force officially licensed Glock 18C. Oh yeah, bud. Okay. Many of you already know the Glock 18C. It is very high levels of clout and notoriety. It's been in games such as Modern Warfare 2 and other games. The Glock 18C is select fire. It was initially designed as a request from Austrian counterterrorism that they have something that could really pack a punch and just, have a little bit of extra in times of need. The frame, the lower receiver, is injection molded polymer, so it's really lightweight, but it's still really sturdy. It's the Gen 3 lower, so it's still got the nice grip on the side and the cutouts on the back, underneath. It's got the undercut under the trigger. Really cool. The upper slide is aluminum. If you take a look, the slide is ported as well as the barrel. The outer barrel also has a nice little port on it. Really stylish, really cool. Got that extra Gucci feature that you kind of like. There are internal threads on the barrel. When you remove the orange tip, we're not exactly sure what they are. They're their own proprietary one. You have the under rail, so you can mount any light, lasers, whatever you want. Just goes right onto the receiver. No problem, stays on, doesn't go anywhere. So on the up, you have the standard Glock sights. Pretty straightforward. You put the dot between the white little things. Boom, bomb, bing, done. The cool feature, as I said about the 18C, is that it's select fire. So you have the option of semi-automatic or fully automatic, which is really crazy. The 18C does use the standard Glock trigger, so you have a trigger safety. There's no external safety. So when you're on the trigger, you just press that slightly, pull it down, boom, good to go. If you don't have your finger on it, you can't pull the trigger. So that assures that you have to have a really solid grip with your finger on the trigger so it doesn't just discharge when you're being a fool. Really cool feature. Magazine release, pretty standard. It's kind of small, nothing to worry about, but it, again, rests right where your thumb is, so you have no problem manipulating the controls. As you can see, Glock licensing. It says Glock everywhere on this pistol. On the slide, it says it here. On the other side, officially a licensed product of Glock. Glock on the lower frame. And it says Glock on the barrel, so you know it's super legit. It has matching numbers, so the barrel and the slide have matching serial numbers, so if someone's ever trying to sell you one or you're trying to buy one, that's how you can kind of tell if somebody had to swap it out for some reason. So that's a really cool feature. It just matches up the parts. Magazine, you have the Glock extended magazine, so you can hold 50 BBs in here. The really cool feature, I was surprised because the rest of the Glock 17s, you have to remove the base plate. But with the 18 extended magazine, and they're going to have the 18 the extended Glock magazines available for separate sale in addition to releasing the 18s. But the fill valve, just like the rest of the VFC pistols, is right below the knocker valve, which is super cool. It's such a nice feature in case for some reason, you're out and about, you drop your really nice extended Glock magazine and then you bust the valve on the bottom. It's much more likely if you pull up your pistol, it's going to fall straight down rather than kind of on the back. So that's a really cool feature. Really easy to access. You just charge it up, boom, pull it all the way down, fill it up with your nice little speed loader, and then you're good to go. Pop that badge accent in, and you're set. It says Glock at the bottom. Really easy to take apart, just like any of the other magazines. So internally, nothing too crazy about the 18C other than, you have the full auto feature. That's more external than anything. Hop up, located where it is, just underneath the barrel, and then turning it. The one thing about the Glock, it's got a little bit of oomph. It requires a little bit of extra muscle work, but that's good because you don't want to have to keep readjusting. It's going to lose its hop, like some, M4 hop-ups that are kind of old. They don't use a rotary style. We found that it holds pretty consistently, so that's kind of nice. It's hard to move, so no problems there. Everything else is pretty straightforward. So for FPS out of the Glock, we were getting about 280, 285 with a 0.25 gram BB. So with a 0.20, you'll be shooting 300 to 310 FPS. Me personally, I recommend running 2.5s. Everybody recommends 2.5s. It's just going to be the best way to get the most consistency and most accuracy and range out of your pistol. Rate of fire, we're getting probably 18 to 20 rounds a second on fully automatic, which I got to tell you is super cool. I got some trigger time behind this. I got to play with this 1 or 2 games, so I was able to pull it out. It was really cool. It was really fun. So I got to shoot it in bursts, so it was actually really cool. You know, I own a Glock 17, so I already was familiar with the handling, just had a little bit of extra weight, but I personally really liked that. But it does a really good job, even on semi-automatic. I ran it a bit more on that, flipped it over. The recoil on it's pretty decent for a gas blowback, so I'm loving it. It was really cool, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of these kind of hit the market. I can't wait for them to really launch. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review on the Glock 18. Don't forget, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to us here on YouTube, hit that little bell icon so you get those beep, beep, beep notifications. Anytime we post a new video, we got more content coming your way, a whole bunch of cool stuff coming down the pipeline that you'll only see exclusively here on YouTube for reals. It's been your boy Chuckles. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. I'm done. I didn't speak too fast that time, did I? Was that good? Okay. I gotta make sure I'm not talking too fast.
Get too excited.